stop right here, right now. This is your last chance. The last warning before you wake up one day and realize you wasted every damn opportunity to be the person you were meant to be. I don't care how old you are, how tired you feel, or how much you've been through. This is the moment that decides your future. No one is coming to save you. No one cares about your excuses, your struggles, or your sob story. Life doesn't give a damn about your feelings. It only responds to action. You're either getting better or you're getting left behind, period. You say you want to change, then prove it. Stop waiting for motivation because it's a lie. It won't show up when you need it. You think the people who succeed in life feel like it every day? Hell no. They show up when it's hard, when it sucks, when they don't want to. That's what separates the winners from the weak. You are your only problem. The world isn't stopping you. Your past isn't stopping you. Your mind is. You keep negotiating with yourself, taking shortcuts, looking for an easy way out. That's why you're stuck. That's why you're losing. You have one shot left, one chance to stop playing small, to stop hiding behind your fears, to finally become the person you were meant to be. But here's the truth. If you don't take action right now, you never will, because the same excuses you make today, you'll make them tomorrow and the next day and the next day. No one is coming to save you. Listen up. This is the hard truth no one wants to hear. No one is coming to save you. Not your friends, not your family, not some mentor, not a motivational video, not some miracle opportunity. No one. It's just you, your choices, and the brutal reality of life. You keep waiting for the perfect time, waiting for someone to recognize your potential, waiting for a sign. There is no sign. No one is going to wake you up at 4 a.m. and tell you to get your ass in gear. No one is going to pull you off the couch and make you chase your dreams. That's on you. You think successful people had someone hand them a map? Hell no. They had to figure it out. They had to fail, suffer, and rebuild. While you're sitting there hoping for a lucky break, they're out there earning it. Life is ruthless. It doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if you're in pain. It doesn't care if you had a rough childhood, a bad day, or a broken heart. Life isn't fair, and it never will be. The only way forward is to take responsibility, to own every mistake, every failure, every excuse you've ever made, and kill it right here, right now. You think you deserve more? Prove it. You think you're meant for something greater? Earn it. Because no one is coming to hold your hand. No one is going to make it easy for you. You either get up and take control of your life, or you stay exactly where you are, weak, lost, and blaming everything but yourself. So what's it going to be? Are you going to keep waiting, or are you finally going to wake the hell up and get after it? Your pain is your power. Pain is the best thing that ever happened to you, but you're too soft to see it. You run from it. You hide from it. You act like it's the enemy, when in reality, it's the only thing that can make you unbreakable. Let me ask you something. What have you ever gotten in life that mattered without pain? Nothing. Not a damn thing. Every moment that made you stronger, that shaped you, that forged you into something better, it all came from suffering. But instead of embracing it, you complain, you make excuses, you sit there feeling sorry for yourself like the world owes you comfort. The world owes you nothing but pain. Pain will give you everything if you let it. See, most people tap out the second things get hard. They feel discomfort and they quit. That's why they stay weak, stay average, stay in the same miserable cycle year after year. But the ones who win, the ones who rise, they don't just endure pain, they chase it. They take it and use it. They let it sharpen them, fuel them, turn them into something most people can't even comprehend. Motivation is a damn lie. It's weak, it's unreliable, it's the thing you lean on when you're still trying to negotiate with yourself. You think the greats wake up every morning feeling inspired? You think they jump out of bed excited to grind? Hell no. They wake up tired. They wake up sore. They wake up with doubts, with stress, with a million reasons to take it easy. But guess what? They do it anyway. That's the difference. That's what separates the weak from the unstoppable. Discipline. Discipline means you show up when you don't feel like it. Discipline means you don't need a pep talk, a hype video, or some perfect condition to take action. You just do it every damn day. No excuses, no shortcuts, no waiting around for some magical burst of energy that ain't ever coming. Motivation is for people who dabble. It's for people who start things and never finish. They feel good for a week, maybe even a month. And then life gets hard, and what do? They fold because they were relying on a feeling, not a system. Discipline is different. Discipline is a contract you sign with yourself that says, I don't care how I feel, I get it done. It's waking up when you don't want to. It's going to the gym when your body is screaming no. It's grinding when no one is watching. You know why most people fail? Because they only work hard when it's easy, when it's fun, when they feel good. The second it gets uncomfortable, they stop. They tell themselves, I'll do it tomorrow. And guess what? Tomorrow never comes. Discipline is the only thing that guarantees success. It's what builds the savage mentality that no one can break. It's what makes you dangerous. Because when you're disciplined, you don't need motivation. You don't need outside forces pushing you. You are the force. You are the machine. You are the unstoppable, undeniable, unbreakable version of yourself that no one, not even you, thought you could be. So the question is, are you going to keep waiting to feel like doing it? Or are you going to step up, lock in, and make yourself do it no matter what? You are the only problem and the only solution. Let's cut the BS. You are the reason your life is the way it is. Every failure, every missed opportunity, every time you quit, every excuse you've made, it all points back to one person. You. And guess what? That's the best news you'll ever hear. Because if you're the problem, then you're also the damn solution. Most people go through life blaming everything but themselves. They blame their parents, their boss, their past, their genetics, the government, the weather, anything that lets them off the hook. They want a scapegoat because it's easier than admitting the truth. They are where they are because of their own choices. But here's the deal. You can keep playing the victim or you can take control. You can own your life or you can keep making excuses. There's no in between. No one's coming to fix it for you. No one's going to give you permission to be great. No one's going to drag you out of your pit of self-pity and force you to be disciplined, to work, to suffer for something greater. That's your job, your responsibility. You don't like your body? Fix it. You don't like your job? Work harder. You don't like where you are in life? Then change. But don't you dare sit there and blame someone else for why you're stuck. That's weak. That's soft. And that's exactly why so many people never get anywhere. They refuse to take accountability. You are not broken. You are not some helpless victim of circumstance. You have everything you need to turn your life around, but only if you stop lying to yourself. Only if you stop looking for an easy way out and start looking in the mirror. So what's it going to be? Are you going to keep pointing fingers? Are you going to step the hell up and own your life? Stop negotiating with yourself. Stop negotiating with yourself. Your mind is your biggest enemy. It will lie to you. It will trick you. It will try to sell you comfort every damn day. And if you keep listening to it, you will stay weak, Stay soft and stay exactly where you are. Nowhere. Every morning that alarm goes off, and what do? You negotiate. 5 more minutes. I'll start tomorrow. Just this one time. That's the problem. You give yourself an out, and every time you do, you get weaker. Every time you let that voice win, you're training yourself to be a quitter. You think greatness is built on feelings? Hell no. It's built on doing what needs to be done, whether you like it or not. You don't negotiate with yourself. You don't ask yourself if you feel like it, you just do it. Weak people wait until they feel ready. Guess what? You'll never feel ready. That's the trick your mind plays on you. It tells you to wait for the perfect moment, for motivation, for some magical sign that never comes. And while you sit there waiting, someone else is out there suffering, grinding, putting in the work you refuse to do, and they will pass you. Winners don't negotiate with themselves. They don't give themselves options. It's not, should I go to the gym? It's, I'm going to the gym. It's not, should I put in the extra work? It's, the work is getting done, period. You either control your mind or your mind controls you. And right now, you're letting the weak version of yourself run the show. That ends today. You have to kill that voice inside you that wants to keep you comfortable. You have to murder that lazy, weak version of yourself and replace it with someone who doesn't stop, doesn't make excuses, and doesn't negotiate. Because every time you say, I'll do it later, you're making a deal with your own weakness. And every time you make that deal, you lose. So ask yourself, are you done losing yet? This is your last chance. Wake the hell up. This is it. No more second chances. No more, I'll start tomorrow. No more waiting for the perfect time. This is your last shot. And if you don't take it, you'll stay the same weak, excuse-making version of yourself forever. Most people think they have time. They think life is going to wait for them. They think one day they'll finally feel ready, finally have enough motivation, finally get the opportunity they've been dreaming about. But it's a lie. The clock is ticking, and every second you waste is another nail in the coffin of the life you could have had. You've been saying you want to change. You've been talking about your dreams, about your goals, about the life you want, but talking isn't doing. Wishing isn't working, and waiting sure as hell isn't winning. The harsh truth, if you don't move now, right now, you never will. You've had chances before. You've had moments where you could have gone all in and where you could have changed everything. But what did you do? You hesitated. You doubted. You let fear win. And every time you do that, you make it easier to quit the next time. You make it easier to stay average. You think there's going to be another opportunity. You think life is going to keep handing you chances? Wrong. The window is closing. The door is slamming shut. And if you don't act, you're going to wake up one day stuck in the same miserable cycle, looking back at all the times you could have been great, but chose to stay the same instead. This is your last chance. Wake the hell up. This is it. No more second chances. No more I'll start tomorrow. No more waiting for the perfect time. This is your last shot. And if you don't take it, you'll stay the same weak, excuse-making version of yourself. Most people think they have time. They think life is going to wait for them. They think one day they'll finally feel ready, finally have enough motivation, finally get the opportunity they've been dreaming about. That's a lie. The clock is ticking, and every second you waste is another nail in the coffin of the life you could have had. You've been saying you want to change. You've been talking about your dreams, about your goals, about the life you want. But talking isn't doing. Wishing isn't working, and waiting sure as hell isn't winning. The harsh truth, if you don't move now, right now, you never will. You've had chances before. You've had moments where you could have gone all in, where you could have changed everything. But what did you do? You hesitated, you doubted, you let fear win. And every time you do that, you make it easier to quit the next time. You make it easier to stay average. You think there's going to be another opportunity? You think life is going to keep handing you chances? Wrong. The window is closing. The door is slamming shut. And if you don't act, you're going to wake up one day stuck in the same miserable cycle, looking back at all the times you could have been great, but chose to stay the same instead. This is it. Your last chance to stop making excuses. Your last chance to break the cycle. Your last chance to stop being a spectator in your own life and finally take control. So what the hell are you going to do? Keep sitting there, waiting, watching your life slip away? Or are you finally going to stand up, face the fire, and go all in before it's too late? This is it. No more excuses, no more waiting, no more weakness. Every single thing you've ever wanted, every goal, every dream, every version of yourself you've imagined, it's all on the other side of discipline, pain, and action. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand it to you. You either show up and take it, or you sit back and watch someone else who had the guts to do what you wouldn't. You've spent too much time negotiating with yourself, too much time waiting for motivation, running from pain, and lying to yourself about why you're stuck. That ends today. Because this is your last chance. Look yourself in the mirror, face the truth, own your failures, and then crush them. Use your pain, use your struggle. Let it fuel you, not break you. Stop hoping. Stop wishing. Get to work. Because when the dust settles and you look back at your life, the only thing that will matter is one question. Did you give it everything you had?